G'day everyone. So I thought I'd show you just a brief video about some frames that I've made. These are called simplicity frames, purely because it's what they are, very simple. There's no side rebates like your Hoffman or your Manley frames will have, and just a very simple form of construction, and I think everyone should know how to do these. If you've got the equipment, a table saw and a drill, you can make these frames. They're very easy to make. You can wire them, add foundation in them, or just use them as foundationless frames, and I'll show you how they all the components are made and how they fit together. I also put a groove down the center of the top bar that allows you to sit your foundation in, and that's just the details of the rebate there. So that's 19mm thick feedstock, and I leave a 10mm ledge on there that sits on the frame rest. Side bars, these are 3/4 depth side bars. The holes are basically at 30mm spacings, and I don't really have any problems with bees sticking them together too tightly with propolis. Certainly nothing that's made me wish I'd never made the frames. And the bottom bar, as I said, it's just a solid piece. What you will notice is there's no rebates for anything to sit into. It's just all stapled together, which I'll show you on a finished frame. So when I make the frames, I don't have a jig. I just put the end bars in the vise, and I'll sit this on here, get approximate spacing right, then I'll whack a staple in the top. Same on that side as well, staple there, flip the whole assembly over, whack a staple in there, and in there, and then in the end, and in the side is there as well. So it's all up, there's 6 staples, and very, very solid frames. These will stand to up to any extractor that you put them into, if that's what you want to do. As you can see, it makes for a very nice looking box of DIY frames. I've made these boxes myself, so I've cut the timber to length, put the handholds in there, done all the rebates, screwed them together. I've rounded the edges over a little bit. This makes it easier to get your hive tool in to wedge your boxes apart, especially your new ones, where it makes it very hard to get it in there once the bees have stuck it down, and sharp edges don't snap off either. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy having a look at that, and just that simplicity frame. If you have any questions, just ask. Thanks. Well, this is a 3/4 depth frame, and the pieces I have here as follows. The top bar is out of 19mm thick feedstock, so I'll see it in imperial dimensions. It's a 3/4 thick stock, and I ripped the top bars to 24mm wide, I think it is. Here's the other type of top bar you can use for your simplicity frames, rather than having that rebate like the other ones I use or have made. This one's just a flat 10mm thick bar, and you can see that I've put a 4mm deep groove down the middle, just to slit your foundation into. What I've also done is made up a jig to put these frames together. I'll show you how it works. I haven't used it for a while, so just bear with me while I get it all set up. You can see I've put enough staples in it to make sure those pieces don't run away. Can't have that happening, can we? So what I've done is I've just put a little groove on the, or taken a little edge off that bar there, and also on this one over here I've taken a little edge off. And what that means is I can sit this top bar in, and I know that I've got it located exactly in the right place in relation to where the side bars are going to go. The side bar sits in there like that. And there like that. This is for 3/4 depth. And then the bottom bar sits in there like so. And that just allows me to get in there with my air-powered stapler, and I go whack, whack, and likewise on the top there, staple in the top, staple in the top, and with my other top bars I put a staple in the side, but these ones just have staple through the top. It's the really simplest way. If you don't want to get into making the rebates on these top bars, then you just cut a 10mm thick top bar. Yeah, so I hope that gives you another idea to get you on your way to making your own simplicity frames. Okay, what's cool, I just realised, so I haven't used them before, is this jig actually does fit my rebated top bars in, so that's them there. It allows me to put the end bars in like that, like that, and this bottom bar is actually just a little bit too long, and I need to put a little packer just down in here, so when it does sit in there, it should sit down in there, it will be at the right height. That's what I've done with this part here. The side bar actually sits on that and is at the right height to allow for the spacings on the bottom there. So yeah, pearls of wisdom. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks. In fact, to help you see if this shows up, that's the dimensions for the frames there, the various depths as well. So there's a 3/4, full depth, half depth frame, the side bar or end bar dimensions, the depth to drill the holes at for your wiring of frames as well. And I make the top bar slightly different than this one. This is designed just to be a flat 10mm thick top bar. It's 25mm wide, 482 long. The bottom bar is 450mm long by 23mm wide, 10mm thick, and as in the case of these frames that I'm showing you, the 3/4 depth, so the side bars will be 155mm long and 32mm wide. I make my frames either 32mm wide or 35, depending on the timber I've got at the time.